Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Overland 870 podcast. I'm Brad, your host, and tonight I have with me probably one of the greatest storytellers that has ever crossed through the Ozarks, Caleb Baker from Baker Overland, and then probably also one of the smartest guys when it comes to history in the Ozarks, Bob Stark. And then you got little old me who doesn't know anything. So welcome to the show, guys. How y'all doing tonight?
Great.
Doing great, man. Glad to be here.
Oh, me too. It's been a short week, but it's been a long week for me. And we got everybody on here tonight because we want to talk about a project that we have been working on a little bit behind the scenes. And we've teased about it a little bit. And now we have, thanks to Bobby, he has brought back a fan favorite that we had for a little bit that Bobby and I had called Liars Around the Campfire.
Excuse me.
So, Bobby, tell us about what you decided you want us to do with Liars.
Well, about a year ago or so, we all hanging out and around the campfire and talking, and just had so much fun. It was like, we got to somehow bottle this up. I'm going to do it more often than just every once in a while when we're camping. So, you get all those stories flying around, and some of them are a little stretched and pulled and added to, and somewhere in there is the truth. Sometimes a very truthful story gets really pulled in all different directions just to make it sound a little bit better. So anyway, that was kind of the where Liars Around the Campfire started. Growing up, hearing my dad and all his buddies talk about things, and over the years I hear the same stories. I'm thinking, that's not how I heard it the first time, and so anyway, that's kind of how it's based.
Well, sweet. I mean, I don't know about Caleb. I mean, everything I tell is 100% the truth. There's no exaggeration involved in anything. It's pretty much gospel. I mean, Baker, your stuff is all completely 100% true, right?
No, definitely. So I'm a big fan of like Southern folklore. Like I've always been into this, and I grew up with, my grandparents were literature professors and creative writing professors, and grew up with just hearing tons of these Southern, stories that kind of rose up from the South when there wasn't another form of entertainment. And every time you hear the story, it changes a little bit, and it flexes a little bit, and it grows a little bit, and that's part of the beauty of it. So like I'm a big fan of kind of celebrating where the myth meets the fact, and that kind of gray area in between. I think that's a really cool thing, and that's reflected in my content personally all the time. There's moments that I'm amping up the drama, or I'm amping up. I love telling spooky stories and stuff.
Oh, that's
half the time I don't buy into but that's part of the beauty of the Southern folklore, right? So I love that stuff.
And that's basically what Bobby has brainstormed and come up with, is all these adventures that we go out, and I'm guilty of it. You guys know that. I'm guilty of it. We go out and we do something, and we go out and it's super exciting. The hill was way bigger than what it was. The mud was way deeper than it was. It was colder than it was, But we have that camaraderie that we share around the campfire, and then we tell it. And I'm completely guilty of making stuff up. I know It's hard to believe, people. I know it's just this face right here. It's like, it's hard for you to look directly into my eyes and realize that I'm not 100%.
But I think have you noticed how guys always say, like, it always looks way less spooky or scary or intense when you're watching a wheeling sequence on video than when you're telling it in real life? That's because you're making stuff up. Like, the camera doesn't lie. And it's like, whoa, that was way scarier in my mind. And it's like, yeah, that's because it was in your mind. When you watch it on video, it's real.
Yeah,
true. That's true.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, I remember one of the first times we went wheeling and we went out and stuff, and we were doing a little off camera. I'm talking like it probably wasn't as tall as a lunchbox. But I guarantee you, when I came back that next day, I was like, man, I'm going to tell you what, we were about a half inch from flipping over, and the wheels were sliding down the side of the mountain. And you're like, well, you were at the mailbox. Look, there's the boss. She made it online.
Oh, she did. Hey, Gina.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this now. Everybody, this is not going to for me. It's not going to replace the Overland 870 podcast. We're gonna work this into a schedule so that I can do this with Bobby and I can do this with Caleb, and because we're all busy. I mean, we're super busy all the time. But I'm pumped about it. I mean, I got my Clint Eastwood story it's wound up. It's ready to go. So I mean, I'm just waiting for when we get a chance to do this. So
I've got stories all up my head and some funny ones, and gosh,
I know Baker doesn't have any stories. Zero.
Not a one.
Not a single one. I've been writing these at night in bed. I mean, it's like writing like a book. Chat GBT, can you tell them about the time that it's awesome. I'm looking forward to doing this. But so like I know that Bobby wants to do this around the campfire. Caleb, you're all about doing it around the campfire too, out in the woods and stuff. I mean, what do you guys that are in the chat? How do you guys think we should perceive this show that we're going to do? It's like a special. Should we do it live from the woods? Should we do it, from a secret location? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see if anybody's.
I think doing it on site is always going to be. I mean, the show's called Liars Around the Campfire, and I just think it feels a little bit disingenuous that we're all in our Zoom offices doing this. What probably is the most natural environment to tell these stories is sitting around a campfire. Like the last big group trip that I did, we had set up this movie projector and watched a movie one night, and that was a lot of fun. But the next night, I was like, well, you guys want to do another movie, or do you want to just tell stories around the campfire? And everybody was like, stories around the campfire. Because the movie thing was fun, but like why we go camping is those moments where you can sit around and talk. And so we went around the circle. We're like, all right, what's the craziest experience you ever had in the woods? And everybody kind of, okay, what's the most, the funniest thing that's ever happened to you while camping? And we go around, and hours pass with people just telling these very embellished stories. But to me, that's why I camp. I like the wheeling. I like cooking in the woods. I like that. But it's those campfire moments that
absolutely
that are the most cool.
I'm right there alongside Caleb. I think that would be something that would be fun to do. I mean, because I'm in the woods. I'm with somebody all the time because I'm scared to go by myself. So that's not a lie. That's the actual truth. So I'm always camping with somebody, and Baker's always camping with somebody, and Bobby's sitting out with somebody. And if we're all together and we got 2 or 3 more people with us, I think it'd be awesome to have people around.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that'd be cool just to try to have like a standing monthly trip. Or are we talking about doing these monthly? Is that what we're?
That's what I'm thinking. Like
right now.
Yeah. That could be really cool. I don't, if we could work it with everyone's schedule, I know there's a lot of moving parts there. But even if it was like every other show was in the woods, and then we did them remotely, or however it made sense. I think if we did a few in the woods on site, that would just be killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I 100% agree. And if anybody comes along with us, we've got to take this guy right here. Like. We have to take Michael Rhodes. I don't know if you guys know how well you guys know Michael Rhodes, but Michael's actually standing by. Like he's actually standing by. I was going to have him come on the show tonight for a few minutes, but he has some of the best stories ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has some good stories, and then this guy right here. You cannot have some embellished campfire stories without Benji being around.
That's true.
I went on a trip with Benji last weekend, and he probably asked if anyone had Oreos 87 times. Finally, we were just like, bro, go get some Oreos or leave us alone. Just like every 5 minutes, anyone get some Oreos?
Hey, look, I'm already getting busted out. He was like, want me to go camp every month. So I'm camping every month anyway.
That's not an excuse. That's a reason to go.
Yeah. I'm having to drink these filthy Jack Daniels down home peach punches because I didn't have anything else to drink tonight. So I'm just saying. But yeah.
Well, I think it'd be a fun show.
Yeah, I'm completely game for it. I'm ready to do something like this and share it because I enjoy doing the podcast. Baker, you had your podcast. You still do it. I enjoy interacting with people like this, but some of the crap that I have on film around our campfires at the 870 when we do stuff, you cannot watch. I mean, you can't watch it. I have hours and
Because
hours
of content, or because like why? Why can't you watch it?
Well, okay. So the reason why you can't watch it is because it's nothing but profanity, laced with profanity from start to bottom. So we'd have to do something a little bit, because sometimes, you know, Craig Puckett gets on there and Craig has a couple sips and then it's off to the races. And then everybody's in the park.
Craig, I've had to edit a couple videos that Craig's been in, and that adds an extra layer of work that I was not prepared for.
Yeah, Darren's like, yeah, some language rules have been broken. But yeah, man, I do want to do this. I do want to shout this out and show this on here. So let me get this up here real fast. So we've actually been invited to come out here and do a live episode from J3 at the Gap.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I think that's probably what we need to do our first one. If you guys want to, maybe.
Yeah.
Do the first one there, and then we can invite some folks to come hang out with us, you know, see if they want to come hang out there. Look at Max. Yeah, X-rated conversations. You're correct, Max. Yeah, it is always an X-rated conversation. So I mean, I'm game. I'm 100% game for that. So what else have you got up your sleeve for this concoction, Bobby, that you have built up for us here?
Right along what we're already talking about, and I'd love to have some kind of a monthly.
Oh, wow.
I won't show the whole video. That was one of those moments that can't be on, and now it's on the internet.
I thought that died. I thought that died at Frosty.
Sorry, Bobby. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Who was that?
That was me.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say.
Oh, was that with the propane tank?
Someone that was trying to heat up a propane tank that kind of went a direction I wasn't prepared for, and so I pulled out my cell phone, and I'm not deleting that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, there's so many stories just sitting here doing this. You know, there's already stuff bouncing around. And that's what makes it great, I think. Yeah, when I was at elk camp, we would tell stories all the time. I used to elk hunt in Colorado. One of the funniest stories, one reason is because I knew the guys. And it was a father-son. They had a really cool setup for back then. This would be mid-90s, early 90s. And they had a flatbed trailer. They had a truck camper shell on the front of the trailer. Then they had their four-wheelers on the back side of that. And then like a gooseneck trailer. And they wheeled that thing into camp, unloaded all their stuff, had like a little porch. You know, they come out of the camper shell and they had like a little porch right there. It was just really cool. So everyone's always pranking people and doing stuff. So they had a little porta pot, and the guy's dad needed to go to the bathroom one night. So he goes out into the woods where they had the porta pot. He gets there, and it's cold. It's a starry night, but it's cold. And he goes to sit down, and they duct taped it. The duct tape shut. Oh, no. Now he doesn't have a knife, and he's really got to go pretty bad. He's like, oh man, he's trying to get the duct tape off, can't get it off. He gets mad, runs back to the camper shell, grabs a knife, goes back out in the woods, cuts all the duct tape off, sits down, uses the bathroom. It's like, oh, thank goodness I made it, you know. He's sitting there looking up at the stars and just the beauty of being there and everything. And he's done. He goes and grabs the toilet paper, and they duct taped it too. So then he's like, "Oh my gosh!" You know, they duct taped the whole toilet paper roll.
That's not. I mean, that's kind of bad. Some of these people that we go out with, I mean, I think they would super glue the lid shut. Where you get it open. Yeah. But no, it would. Yeah. I can see Max Moore doing that to somebody. He's that kind of guy. He's bad about that kind of stuff.
Maybe a few things we shouldn't say on here to give people ideas.
Oh, who's that? Oh yeah, Steph was talking about the peach Kool-Aids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, peach Kool-Aids, boys. No, I don't know. You don't want to. I don't think we should delve off into a practical joke with this bunch of people.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't see that happening. That you wouldn't have a tire left on your rig. You know, I don't know what these people are capable of anything. I mean, they're lunatics.
It's true.
They're complete and utter lunatics.
And
But
Brad, you don't get even with people.
I can't get even with
You
anybody.
get way ahead. I mean,
Did you? Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I mean, like, I'm gonna take like the feral chicks. Just okay. So y'all saw I don't know if y'all saw the stuff that we put out on at the Jasper Jeep Jam when I was kind of picking on Jessie McBride a little bit, you know, about her toolkit having some spatula stuff in it, and then Rachel goes out and posts that picture of me. I don't know if you guys saw that. Did you see a picture of me with my hat off? Holy shit! I wanted to shave my head so bad after she posted that picture. I did not realize that I looked like the guy from. Hang on a second. I know exactly. Let me just show you a picture of what I look like. I'm gonna pull this up. I gotta go find it. Y'all just keep talking amongst yourself. But it's like, hang on. You know what Aqua Teen Hunger Force is?
Yes.
That's what I looked like. I looked like the guy from that. Hang on. I'm looking this up real quick so I can find a picture of this. Yeah.
Bobby, were you at Jasper?
I went for Friday. I was there on
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah, I was this past weekend. I camped in Lisa and what's her husband's name?
Kai.
What is it? Kai. Yeah, they came and camped with us. But,
this is what I look like. This is exactly how I felt that I looked like after she put that picture.
Is that not you?
Dude, I don't have that chain. If I had that chain, I would probably.
I got that chest there. I mean, I'm halfway there.
This is exactly what she posted that picture, man. I hate busting that up. I know you're talking about Lisa, but she posted that. She posted that up, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm already this tall, and I felt about this tall. I was like, I told Gina, we were laughing. I was like, I so want to shave my head right now. I said, I did not know that. She goes, how'd you not know you're that bald when you comb your hair? I'm like, I can't see the top of my head. Oh, look at. Yeah. Oh, hey, Memu's here. What's up, man? They got some good food.
Hey, I just placed an order with them yesterday.
Oh, let me tell you what. I'm gonna have them come on the show and talk about their stuff. That I got to eat some of it at Jasper. I didn't buy it yet. I'm fixing to order some. That stuff is ridiculous, dude.
So here I got to talk about them for a second. And you know, it's not a sponsorship thing or anything, but
yeah,
I went camping for 3 days in Missouri this past weekend. On the first night, I had their blend of the bayou. The second night, I had the chicken spaghetti, and then the third morning before we left, I had the breakfast scramble. I grabbed 3 bags, put it in the truck, and some ham sandwiches, and I had all my meals taken care of and that's good stuff, man.
It was good.
The bacon, it's not a sponsored thing either, but the chicken thing, the chicken bacon ranch, I guess I had it at Jasper.
King chicken.
Like, there's a little cup. I want to eat the rest of those little plastic cups while I was sitting there, but I didn't want to be that guy because I was like, that's some good stuff. So
I found a Mamu's hack. If you want to elevate. If you want to elevate them sometimes, so if you want to change it up. So I actually took a picture of this. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, get it up there.
I can see. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, hang on a second.
Focus,
what is that?
Okay, so those are the 2 Mamu's meals that I took for dinners, and then I chopped up some chicken and grabbed a can of salmon. The blend of the bayou, I throw the salmon in, and the other one I throw the extra chicken in. Because I'm a fat guy, so I like there would be more meat in there. And I threw those in. Oh yeah, you saw it when I posted my fridge. Yep. Dude. And when I was at camp, Tony was eating a Mamu's meal, and I was like, Tony, throw some chicken in there because he had some leftover chicken. Dude, we were eating like kings. So good.
That's a hell of a plug. If Taylor Baker is eating your food at camp, because if you guys haven't gone and ate with Caleb when he's out cooking, he's got some salmon there. I think I saw a lobster tail one day we were out there.
Talking about dude, you're the chef, man. Last time me and you went and cooked, you had like freaking shrimp and steak and pasta and all sorts of
chicken Alfredo.
Oh, hey, there's Obnoxious Adventures. They're coming on the show too. We're getting them on here pretty soon. Hey, how many people's going to be at Bonfire? This in chat. Who else is going to be there? So let's see. The Obnoxious is going to be there. I know Michael Rhodes is going to be there. Memu is going to be there. Who else is going to be? Who else is going to be there, guys, in the chat room? What up? Max is going to be there. Stefan's going to be there. Oh yeah. Okay. Sweet. Oh, Stefan's swagging on us here. He's saying he's going to be there all week. He's going to be there Thursday to Sunday. Must be nice.
So, okay, let me ask you a question about that's this weekend, right?
That's Saturday. That's Saturday night. Yeah.
See, I should know that because Rito just became a channel sponsor. And so me and Michael Pruitt, I know I'm the worst. Don't give me any sort of sponsorship if anyone's out there listening.
Totally joking.
Me and Michael Pruitt were camping with our oldest two. So I've got my daughter Lennon. He's bringing his daughter Hunter, who's never gone on a trip with him. We're gonna get out this weekend. I need to talk to him and see if he wants to do bonfire. We may just bring the kids.
I messaged him 10 minutes before the show to see what he was doing, and he said they were putting the kids to bed. So
okay, yeah.
You guys, we're going to be there. We're actually, Gina and I are going to drive up Friday night, and we're going to go up and stay at J3 Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we're going to head on over, and we're going to meet everybody at Bonfire. And then there's going to be a pretty big turnout from the 870, so we're going to have quite a few people there too. Hopefully, I don't cause any trouble. So I know, and then
you will.
I'm sure I will. And the feral chicks are going to be there too. I think there's a lot of the feral chicks who are showing up also. So we've gotten to where we kind of hang out. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch episode with all of us together. We're like always in there, causing some kind of trouble. But I'm trying to get something figured out for when they all leave and go to Maris for Adventure Her, because I think Arla's going and Gina's going and Jesse's going and Jody and a whole bunch of the feral chicks. They're all leaving. So I'm going to be like, just completely free for that stretch, for that whole 5 days. So I need to plan some kind of casino trip or something like that. I don't. Where's the chat? I'm waiting for it to pop up. No, okay, she didn't hear it. Yeah, and then Marvin Wooten Outdoors. He's asking about the Rito this year. Is there going to be a bunch there from 870? There is always a bunch of us at Rito. We always go to Rito every year. We go hang out. So it looks like Jody said there's 15 of them going to Adventure Her. That'll be some liars around the campfire when them girls get back from there. Right there, that'll be a whole bunch. Y'all just have a whole show of what they did.
I'm kidding. So Bonfire, saw someone put on there Thursday was VIP. Is anything going on Friday night, or is it just Saturday night?
I think Stephen was just starting some crap because he's going to be there. Now, I don't know. Is there something? I don't know if there is anything going on Bonfire Thursday night. I think he's just camping in the woods.
Okay.
So, but Baker, you need to go. You need to go.
Yeah. No, I want to. I'll communicate with Michael. I had already committed to do that trip with him, but if it's really, so this is his daughter's first trip, so really good is going to depend on her. But if she's down and wants to do that, then I'm in.
I don't know if I drag her to Bonfire. No, I'm kidding.
And I heard you were going to be there, and so now I'm thinking in the back of my mind now.
It's kind of sketch now.
I'm trying to be nice while we're live, but as soon as it ends, it's like there's no way in.
There's no way I'm going. Hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a detriment to the overland world. I am like.
But he does have a lot of cosmic brownies and honey buns.
Oh gosh! Hey, I've introduced some people to some campfire honey buns, and it's taken off. And Christmas tree cakes, which I miss dearly, and I'm just counting down the days so I can eat Christmas tree cakes.
I'm pretty sure you bought out like next year's supply.
I had so many Christmas tree cakes.
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous how many of those things I ate that night. I was sick to death of them. I had so many. I had so many Christmas tree cakes. Oh, but I do have something really funny that I was going to show you guys. I was going to show it. I can't get it to pull up, but it happened at a Jasper Jeep Jam. So I don't know if you, yeah. Okay. So sometimes I'm say stuff I probably shouldn't say to people that I really don't know. I just kind of just go up and just talk to them. And so you guys, I went and talked to Semper Gumby. I don't know if you ever met him, talked to him any, Caleb?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went up, I talked to him, and I've only talked to him a little bit online and stuff. And I went up and asked him if he wanted to be my thunder buddy when it was getting ready to storm. And the dude just had this like deer in the headlights look like, what is this guy saying to me? And why is it live on camera? And I was already neck deep in it and I couldn't let it go. So I had to let it ride. And I messaged him today and I was like, hey, man, I just wanted to let you know I was just kind of just being funny about that whole thing about the Thunder Buddies deal. And he was like, oh, yeah, I completely understand. And then had the eye cross thing, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to put it out there. I'll just go ahead and delete that video because it came off severely uncomfortable for him.
That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know that guy well. I think we ran into each other at a couple of events, but you know, I wouldn't say he's someone that I know, but I know of, like I've seen his channel and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of his videos. I met him there at Jasper Jeep Jam. Talked to him for a little bit. He's
nice. Ben's a nice guy, man. I talked to him quite a bit now, but that first thing was just right out of the gate, like, you know, hey, can I use your toothbrush? That was that kind of talk, and it was just like, I'm not having it. I don't know where this guy's coming from. I don't know what's exactly happening here. So Gina's been trying to keep me wrangled in a little bit. But I mean, Bobby has the same problem. He goes out and just starts randomly talking to people.
Yeah. Yep. I do.
You get a feel from folks pretty quick. Like, are they going to flow with the jokes, or are they like on another planet, or are they a little? So, especially in content creators, because it's all over the place. Some content creators are like got into this because they're, you know, extroverted people. Like they like being around the crowds. Other people got into the content creation because they really like the solo filming and editing process of being behind the you know, the scenes sort of. And so you get in these social environments and you can pick out real quick like who got into this for what reason. Like I ran into one year, I ran into my buddy Tyler from Independence Overland, and we were at an event. This is before we kind of knew each other well, and he was like looking for a place to go off and like hide from people and like just get. And I was like, bro, me and you are going to get along really well because even though I do the people thing, I you know, big crowds wear me out.
Hey, it's I guess I'm kind of the opposite. I like talking to people. In case you can't tell, I don't ever meet a stranger. I have to do it all day long at work, so I have to talk to people anyway. But it doesn't bother me. But I do like the 3 and 4 people camp trips.
Yeah.
I like that because I get to wind down then because sometimes I feel like I got to put on a whole show for everybody.
Sure.
And I enjoy sitting around the campfire with Gina and we just chit chat and talk and stuff like that.
Sure.
And you know, Chris Carroll's another one of those guys. He's a 2 camper. He's a 2 max camper. He'll tell you. He's like, hey man, I just want to camp.
Yeah, there's like a gauge, and everyone's somewhere on the spectrum, you know. And you got Brad over here, and you got Chris over here, and everyone else kind of lives in the middle.
I'm like an autistic cat on Ritalin. Let's go talk to everybody, you know. And Gina's like, quit.
No, I love it.
But I do. I mean, Bobby and I have camped. You know, there's been 3 of us. Me and Jeremy, we camp a lot together, and we go out and I enjoy the 3 or 4 people sitting around the campfire. I do. You know, when it's just my inner clique of people, and we go out and we sit and we talk and we don't do the laughing and cutting up. We do a little bit, but not much. But it's a welcome rest for me.
Yeah.
So but I can't do the solo camp like Stefan's doing one right here. Like I can't solo camp, dude. I'm like a chicken. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm 7'3", 275. You know, I used to play in the NFL. And it's just like I can't solo camp.
I don't enjoy it as much. I don't enjoy solo camping as much as camping with somebody else for sure.
Yeah.
But I still do it. Like I'm taking my kids out tomorrow and it's just going to be me and them.
Yeah, but that's cool with your kids like that, and you get to go out and do that. And I'm jealous, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm 100% jealous of you guys that get to take your kids out and go do that. Yeah. I'm 100% jealous of that. So
it always makes me feel good hearing. It always makes me feel good hearing that because it's like, okay, I gotta, you know, enjoy this while I can. Because just being completely real, going on a trip with 3 kids from the age of 11 down to 4. And trying to make sure that they all get fed and they get their scrapes taken care of when they fall, and they put their fights. We don't put any of that in the videos, obviously, but then also trying to make content and everything. There's times where I'm just like wanting to pull my hair out, but I always tell myself, I was like, there's gonna come a day where they don't want to do this with me anymore. So enjoy it and do it,
dude. Tooting your horn again, but you got some great kids. I've camped with your kids several times, and they're awesome, dude. They're fun to be
they
around.
are good kids. Yeah. And I'm blessed with that. They have the good, but they're kids, and kids get on each other's nerves. And so there's, just like anybody else, there's tough moments, but yeah, you're right. They are good kids.
Yeah. They've always been awesome. Anytime I've been around any place, they've been outstanding.
Absolutely.
So I'm like the wild child when we're camping.
That's what I always tell my buddies whenever they're planning a trip. If I want to bring a kid with me, I'm always like, hey, are you cool if I bring, my kids? Trust me, I'm way worse behaved than them. I'm going to cause more problems than my kids are every time. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know, Bobby, do you I know you and Kim, y'all solo camp sometimes. Well, I guess it's a duo camp, but y'all two y'all camp like that. Y'all camp a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just can't, man, I can't do it. I'm a chicken shit. Like, I guess I'm just chicken shit. I don't know. Because when me and Caleb were supposed to meet up, we were supposed to meet up at a whiskey camp one time, and then you couldn't make it. I forgot what it was. It was before Whiskey and Waypoints last year, and you had some stuff, birthday party. You had a birthday party, you couldn't get there. And I just got camp set up, and I was sitting there, and I was like, and I got on the phone with Gina, and I called her, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and break camp and just come on home. She's like, are you sure you're already there? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go home.
No, wait, is that when Craig and Danny met up with you?
No, that was the first time. That was before me and you were going to meet up. I called you and see if you wanted to hook up, and you said you're going to try to go. You had a birthday party, and then you couldn't make it that one day. It was just me. I was just pre-scout campsite.
Yeah.
I just drove up for the day. I was just going to see what was going on.
Yeah.
I was going to try to meet you there.
Yeah, you were going to try to meet me there. Yeah.
Morning or something.
Luckily, Bobby comes in clutch for me a lot of times because, like I said, I'm chicken. If you ever hear, okay, here's the premise. If we're ever on liars around the campfire and the story starts out with, and I was alone in the woods, it's complete bullshit. It's not even remotely true. Call in, get your shirt, your sticker, whatever, how this works out. That story is complete bullshit because I'm not in the woods by myself. So, but I'll text Bobby or something, or I'll call, hey, Bobby, I'm over here. You want to come camp? Oh yeah, I'll be there in 2 hours. And he packs up and he shows up and does that. But yeah, I'm hard.
That's the good thing about living in this area.
Yeah, I know. Well, that is an awesome place, and Michael Rhodes rubs that in my face all the time. You guys suck, by the way, for living up there where you do. So, in case anybody didn't catch that.
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah, Darren, like a scaredy chicken. Ain't nobody gonna make flex on him. Dude, you've seen me. Come on, no, ain't nobody scared of this guy. I'm like a little chihuahua. I'm just barking from the door. No, don't come up in here. But I don't know. Baker does it. Bobby does it. I just can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stephen does it. Craig does it. Dan does it. Even the feral chicks go out and solo camp. Not Brad. No.
There was that I guess it was Memorial Day last year when the tornadoes came through and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Kim and I had gone down to we went down to horse camp, and someone was already there. So we checked some of the other camps down there. Everything was packed. Went all the way over around Richland. We went everywhere. Everything was just packed. Found this side road, this little trail, and we started going down it, and it is so tight. I'm like, I can't turn around now. I got to go all the way through this thing, and it dead ends. So I was hoping it would come out on something, but before we got to the end of it, it opened up to this big giant field. So we pulled in there, and it was like right at dark. And I just drove the Gladiator around a little bit, and knocking down all the tall grass and everything. We set up camp, and then we started hearing all about the tornado stuff. I'm like, uh-oh. We're literally in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'd have to go back and look on a map and see if I could try to figure out where we were. and got everything. We got up in the tent, and the wind started blowing, and the ladder and everything came up. The tent started folding up, and I just shoved my feet down there and pushed the tent back down. And I mean, I was a little worried there for a minute, and we kept looking out, and we had a little bit of cell phone service, so we could text back home and get weather reports and things like that. But we were in a rooftop tent in a field in the middle of nowhere during all that. That was a little scary being alone out there like that.
Hey,
And that was a wild weekend.
this is why I can't film anything about Craig around a campfire. This is why I can't film anything around a campfire with Craig. Right there, that's exactly. Hey, but like I rode a tornado out when I first started doing this. I got invited to go to Land Between the Lakes, Turkey Bay. I don't know if you guys know about that place. And so I went out there with a couple guys and got out there, and it was a tornado. We had a tornado come through Murray, Kentucky, and we're sitting there, and the Forest Service lady came down. She goes, "Hey, you guys can't stay here." And I'm like, "We're from Arkansas. We have no place to go." I said, "We're 3 hours away." She's like, "Well, you can't stay here. They're closing the park down because of the storms." And I'm like, "We got nowhere to go." I said, "We haven't even paid for our camping yet." She goes, "You ain't got to pay. If you make it through the night, you keep your money. You're fine." So I was there with my friend Charlie Hughes. I was in there with Gordon Boylan and then Rod Prim, and we were there. And so we were like, "What are we going to do? We've got nowhere to go." So they had these big giant concrete bunker toilets. So we took our Jeeps up there and we all winched. I didn't know Charlie very well. I didn't know Gordon at all. I didn't know Rodney at all. And we get there and we tie our Jeeps off to this big concrete embankment and winch up to it and everything. And I'm like, I'm going to die in a tornado in a porta potty with a bunch of guys I don't know. And this story comes out. I don't know how they're going to spend this. So we rode that tornado out in there, dude, and it was ridiculous. And I was like calling home, I was like, "I love you, Gina. I'm sorry if anything bad happens," And she's like, "Would you shut up? You'll be fine." I'm like, "Okay." We made it out of there, but we started going back every year for a long time on my birthday for the Turkey Bay Tornado Challenge.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, expected to wake up in Oz and Jasper. Oh, you stayed in a Gazelle during all that? Holy crap! Brave as shit out there, because that was some windy stuff.
Hey, speaking of that. Tell us about Pruitt's trailer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, what did happen? Because he didn't share the whole situation. I mean, I just know it somehow it magically rolled off a hill.
Yeah, it blew off the hill. It did like a double back flip, triple gainer, all this stuff, and belly flopped down at the bottom of the hill.
Stephen was in my Gazelle. I forgot he was in there too. He stayed in my Gazelle. But you were in between a bunch of Jeeps and a bunch of trailers. You were not out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, but his trailer rolled off the hill, broke the tongue off of it, and then and nobody believed me when I told that story. Not a single individual believed me when I told him that Pruitt's trailer rolled off the hill. Not a single one. Everybody was like, "No, it didn't." I'm like, "Yeah, he just told me." "No, you're lying. You just want us to walk over there and look over the hillside." I'm like, "No, I don't. It's over there in the ditch." And he's like, "No, I don't believe you." They were too busy putting car seats in my Jeep. No wheel chocks. There we go. That's the reason what happened. Oh, gosh. I don't know, guys.
So then they winched it back up, didn't they?
Yeah, they winched it back up and fixed it. Somebody came out and welded it up for him. Some dude. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, some guy welded it back together or something.
Yeah, you missed a heck of a trip, Baker, on that.
Oh, that story you're telling right now. So I was at my brother's wedding, and Michael's wife, McKenna, was there at the wedding, and we were sitting at the reception at the same table, and she just goes, "Michael just texted me the wind blew his trailer off the hill, and they're going to go try to winch it up, and his buddy's going to drive down and weld it." So, yeah, I was hearing that from afar. I was like, man, that's wild stuff.
I've seen a lot of videos from since then on the Jasper Jeep Jam. That was quite a storm.
It was. I mean, it I didn't think it was going to get that bad. I'm a naysayer when it comes to weather. I'm just like, it'll be all right, whatever it is. But when the sheriff's department showed up and they come out there and they're like ushering everybody into the buildings and everything, I was like, it might be kind of bad. And then we get a tornado siren, and then Michael Rhodes is nowhere to be found. Like the weatherman has vanished. So he's rolled on. So, but it was fine. It wasn't too bad. I mean, we made it out okay. I don't think anything really got too much damage. I mean, we got an awning tore off. I think 2 or 3 awning bat wings got broke. So
A couple rooftop tents.
yeah, some rooftop tents got some damage and stuff. But the top oak awning was the last awning standing. Last awning standing.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, here's the go. He's covering himself up. I was live on my Weather Book Facebook page during the storm. I got you. I'm with you. Oh goodness, guys. I'm so wore out from this week. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Definitely. I've been sick all week, running a fever. I'm still not recovered. Still not 100%.
So let's see what's going on down here in the chat real fast. I had to jump back through this real quick. But yeah, so we're gonna be at Bonfire Saturday night. Baker's gonna try to make it to Bonfire Saturday night. And then Bobby, are you going? Are you going?
I will see. So Thursday is my birthday.
Oh,
and
happy birthday, Bobby.
Thank you. It'll be the 23rd anniversary of my 30th birthday.
We're not going to talk about old. I'm old. You're old. Caleb's
I'm
not.
older than you. And so anyway, my family, they're asked me if I want to do anything on Saturday. And I was like, I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. So I don't know. We may do something just Thursday night, and then I'll be free Saturday.
I'm hoping to be sporting a new tattoo before Bonfire.
You're going to get the Liars logo?
No, I'm actually not. So if you don't know, I have a bunch of Moana tattoos.
Yeah.
Like I have the Maui hook and the shark.
That's
and
awesome.
I have the Moana tattoos. But I'm gonna go. I've been wanting to get another one here lately, and so I'm gonna see if I can't slip it in this week before we get over there and see if I can get something added to my big giant culturally appropriated tribal arm that I have. So I don't know. I'm gonna get some. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I think I'm gonna get something cool. Maybe not so cool. I don't know. Maybe some dice. No, I'm not getting dice. I don't know. I like tattoos. I'm a tattoo guy. I like tattoos. So I know Baker has. What do you get? Like 34
tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. No, I've designed tattoos that I've wanted, that I've like thought about getting or like concepts basically. And I always make myself sit and wait like 3 to 6 months to see if I still like the idea. And at the end of the term, I always hate the idea. So I just can't pull the trigger.
Hey, Gina is the same way. She has no tattoos, but she's been wanting a tattoo for a long time. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, get the gun and go get to scribbling.
Just go.
Just get after it. Yeah, I've got several. So my daughter-in-law is learning to do tattoos. She's an apprentice, doing all that stuff. And she gave me a tattoo, and she was like, I'm so scared I'm gonna mess it up. I'm like, it's okay, it comes right off. She's like, huh? I'm like,
with lasers.
I'm like, you're fine. Just get to going. It's just a tattoo. I can get it covered up if I need to. But yeah, I need a good tattoo design. Come on, somebody in the chat, throw me a tattoo design out here.
You should get a UFO abducting a deer.
Hey, there you go.
Look. So what do I get? Let me cough here. What do I get if I get a Baker Overland tattoo? How do I get it? What do I get out of this whole situation?
So I was at an event a couple years ago, and ran into a guy there that was like, "Hey man, I want to show you something." And he pulled up his sleeve, and he had a UFO abducting a deer tattoo, and I was like, "You are the coolest person I've ever met." So yes, that's what you get. You get to be the second coolest person I've ever met.
Look, there's that's what I'm gonna look. Here's what I'm gonna do, Opie. I'm gonna get this tattooed on my forearm. There we go.
That's cool.
I'm gonna get that done on my forearm. You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to getting a UFO abducting a deer.
That's
cool. I wouldn't be opposed. I'm not opposed to that. So Gina's like, I should get the tattoo. My name is if lost, please return to. There you go. No, I've been wanting to get, man. I've been jonesing to get another one. I like tattoos, man. I just, I don't like the neck tattoos. I'm not a neck tattoo guy. I don't want the whole, Mike Tyson tattoo. I don't want any of that. No swastikas, nothing like that. I like tattoos. I always have.
So I did a video several years ago, or not several years ago, it was last year. But it was a video I called Facing Fear, and it was about this bad encounter that I had. And during the video, in the first half of the video, there's a guy in a wood shop and he's making a frame. So the original concept for that video was going to be, I was going to go and shoot the story part at a tattoo parlor while I was getting a tattoo. And then the reveal at the end, instead of being the picture with the frame, it was just going to be the phrase, feel the fear and do it anyways, as the tattoo. But I changed direction on it because I was like, dude, I don't know if I want that. Like I said, I always second guess the tattoo. So we ended up going the frame route. But yeah, it was going to be a tattoo.
I'm gonna tell you my sketchy tattoo story. So I used to travel for work. I was a traveling construction foreman. So we built Walmarts. So I had this guy that was on our crew, and he had this amazing tattoo from like his wrist. It was all the way up his arm right here. And it was like this big dragon, and it was like smoking this little pipe and everything. It was super cool. I thought it was amazing. And how he dodged hepatitis. But so he's like, I'm like, hey dude, I said, who did your tattoo? And he goes, oh, I did it. I said, you did that yourself? You tattooed your own arm that on it? He goes, oh yeah, man. He said, I've been tattooing since I was like 20. And I'm like, he's like, well, man, I only live like 2 hours away from the job site. He goes, I can go home and get my tattoo stuff, and then I can give you a tattoo. And I'm like, thinking about this, I'm like, sure, why not? Sure, let's just go get a tattoo in a hotel room. Sure, that sounds fine. So he goes home that day and comes back to the job that night. We get done working and everything. And he's like, he said, I'm real good at freehanding tattoos. And I'm like, okay, well, cool, man. Well, whatever, So he gets out the little paper, the stencil stuff. And he draws this little stencil out. He goes to put it on my back right here. And he puts it on there and he peels it off. And then he gets a rag and he starts wiping it off. And he gets a pen and he draws and he wipes it off a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, there's no backsies in tattoos. I'm like, there's no backsies. So in my head, I was like, one, I only know this guy for like 2 weeks. And two, I can't see my back. So I don't know if this guy's tattooing on me. So I'm like, I didn't need like the 316 and any of this on here. Yeah, we're good. We'll skip that. So yeah, that's how I dodged hepatitis, Craig.
No, someone said that you need to do
I like that. Obnoxious Adventures Post. I actually like that idea.
I do too.
I think me and Michael Rhodes should get matching tattoos like that. Yeah. I think we should get matching Bigfoot. Caleb, you should draw me up a tattoo for that.
There you go. Let's do it.
Do it. If you will draw it up, I will get it. I will get it tattooed. And there's zero fear in that. So I will definitely do that. What's this? I got one. Oh, what? Dan got a tattoo in an old ice cream truck? What?
I don't want to hear the rest of that story.
That story sounds like it.
I'm kind of intrigued on that one.
Hey, there's Dennis. Hey, Dennis, what's up, buddy? I can't believe you got a tattoo in an ice cream truck. Like, did they lure you in there? What happened? I want to hear the story now. I want to hear this. I want to hear this story. Come on, let's hear it. Come on, type it out. How did this happen? I want to know how you got into an ice cream truck. He's scared now, or he must be typing a really long story. So I don't know. How do you want to bet? Well, we were drinking starts out in the front of that.
Right.
Probably so. And we heard the ice cream truck coming down the road.
Michael's like, I don't hear that story either. Okay, so we got off track, a little bit. We were just talking and stuff, but we're gonna switch back over to what we're talking about with liars. So some of you guys came in late, so I'll invite him on this. I'm gonna get Dan back on here and let him tell me about this. But so we're gonna do liars around the campfire. We're gonna come on. We're gonna tell some stories, but I think we've decided that we're gonna do this remotely. Is that what we've come up with?
As much as possible, probably.
As much as we can. Like the first one, y'all want to do one remotely, the first one?
Let's do it, J3.
Let's do it at J3. What do you say? I say we do it right here at this spot at J3, right here, and we do the first flyers around the campfire right here. Opie, all right. If you're in the chat still, buddy, what do you think? Dennis, poke him. I know you're in there too.
So when will we do it?
I think we do the first flyers around the campfire there, and we do that, and then because I mean that's a great backdrop for the first story, and then we have to keep going up. So everybody has to come up with the most amazing story ever.
So when would the first episode be?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out off camera. We'll have to figure that one out off camera once we know everybody's schedule.
Hey, for all that bonfire Saturday, we might do something there.
No, well, we can try to do something at bonfire, but I'm probably going to be shaking babies and kissing hands at bonfire more than likely.
True.
So. But I don't know. Maybe we'll schedule this like a month out.
That's what I was thinking.
Like a month out, and then we see what we can come up with there, and see if we can talk. I hope you into letting us do it at J3. Do that first one there, film it, because that's an awesome backdrop to do the first one. I think it'd be crazy good.
The last weekend of April will be more, and Caleb, you've got that members trip.
Yeah.
So that'd be like the weekend before that or something like that, or the first weekend of May.
We'll just shoot it around. I have some stuff I'm already booked for some stuff in May. We'll have to figure that out. So I'm a wadded up tighter than a t-shirt. So I mean, I just came up with that. If that sounds weird.
It did.
Don't. It's okay. You should have said no. That's normal. I hear people say it all the time.
Yeah. I didn't think anything about it.
Didn't think anything about it. No. All right, guys. Well, I think that I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I am very tired, and I appreciate everybody coming on. Super weird. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. Darren's always there for support.
So I think we'll come up with some merchandise too. We'll get the logo, get some stickers. We had stickers before.
Yeah, we had some stickers before. Yeah,
And
we'll get some stickers out and stuff like that. But right now, I think Caleb's going to design me a tattoo. And,
let's do it.
We're going to get that done. We're going to get the tattoo done. Nothing too intricate because she's really only good at drawing straight lines. So just stay with that.
Dude, did you ever see the Bigfoot hanging from the tree by his underwear that I did for Benji?
No, I have not seen that.
Dude, I got to send this to you. So, quick story. I know we're wrapping up. I'll make it real fast.
You're fine. Go with it.
My youngest daughter, this was when Benji was still doing budget overland.
Uh-huh.
And she found one of his stickers, and she was asked, she couldn't really talk that great. And she asked me what it was. And I said, oh, that's a budget overland. And she goes, oh, bungee underwear. And I was like, so I sent the video to Benji, just texted it to him. I was like, my daughter calls your thing bungee underwear. And I forget who it was. It might have been Taylor or one of the guys was like, hey, do a drawing of Bigfoot hanging from a tree by his underwear, and let's make it look like the budget overland logo. And we did it, and he printed up these stickers and patches, and we gave them out to a bunch of different people. But
I have not seen that, dude.
Yeah, cool.
I have like 3 of the original budget overland patches. I still got some of those held back. So I've been hanging on to those old school ones, the OG ones. But those are super cool. But yeah. So guys, kind of get ready for Liars Around the Campfire. We're going to start working towards that. Next week, we'll be coming back from Bonfire. And so I'll have another guest on next week. We'll be on talking about probably recouping from that a little bit, seeing what's happening. I haven't decided who's coming on yet, but I will let you know this week. I've been kind of slow about putting stuff up who's on the show, but that's my fault. Work has just been too hectic for me for the last little bit. Yeah. But Bobby, I appreciate you coming on. Yeah. Baker, as always, bro, Migo, thank you for being here, man. Greatest storyteller in the Ozarks, hands down right there. Don't shake your head, man. You know it's true. you love it, man. Thanks for you guys coming on, checking out the show tonight, listening to me ramble and stuff and talking about a little bit of other stuff coming on. If you are at Bonfire, come hang out with us, please. Come hang out. And don't forget that I have neglected, once again, Bourbon on the Buffalo will be coming up April 10th, 11th, and 12th. If you guys don't have a ticket for that yet, jump on over to the Overland 870 Facebook page and grab you a ticket. It's going to be fun, going to be hanging out, having a good time. I look forward to seeing everybody this weekend. Please come by and pick up your Overland 870 sticker if you have not got one yet. I have a ton of them to give back out. come pick one up, stick it on your favorite rig or on somebody that you don't like. Either which one of those. Do whatever you want. So, as always, guys, I appreciate you very much. And everybody have a good week. Later, people.
Later.
There we go. It's fun. No. We're stuck in limbo. We cannot end the stream. We're staying live forever.